Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Mindset Conversation. This is a bonus episode. I'm Rob,
Mike?
and we figured we'd do this bonus episode to explain some inside jokes that we had on our last podcast. We kind of reviewed it and saw that it was.
I'd say a good half to 70% was inside joke.
Yeah, seemed like the only one who was enjoying it was us. So.
I mean, Howie was enjoying it, but I don't think really he understood the scope of everything.
No, yeah, he I think he was enjoying it because we were enjoying it so much. Like we were just infectiously happy. So
we're like a disease,
somewhat, I guess.
Oh man, but yeah, so we figured we'd jump on and explain a few things. But real quick, an announcement: make sure everybody out there on YouTube, Cobra Kai's on tomorrow. All you Karate Kid fans, looks really good. And we're definitely going to talk about it next podcast. So
put them in the body bag.
Yeah. and just by the way, I saw they released another little like not a trailer thing, but like a little explanation where they're having like they dug up footage from the original that hadn't been seen in like 30 whatever years since it's been out.
Oh, did they? I didn't see that.
Yeah, the directors and stuff and the writers, the whole 9 yards. And they said that they wanted to make it from Johnny's perspective. So we were absolutely right saying that it's going to be totally making it from his perspective and showing you how it's affected his life and him being the unsung hero of the whole thing now and him fighting to get respect and all that now. And I just thought it was really good. And they showed this one scene where, the fatal crane kick. They actually show it. It was pretty fatal. They actually show it, a close-up of it. So you actually see his head go back. I mean, podcast listeners, you're not seeing this, but they actually show his head fly back. So you really get the impact of it to really show, like, how hard of a kick it was. And then they refilmed him, like, laying on the ground so they could zoom out from there. But I'm excited about it. So I'm going to definitely get my free YouTube subscription.
Well, yeah. Well, I already have YouTube Red, so I don't have that problem. But yeah, because I already have Google Music, and I was telling Kristen the other day, I'm like, I don't know. We always bust each other chops about this, but like I don't know how I got by without Google. It's not Google. YouTube Red before. Like without, I saw like she was.
It is Google though. You were right. It is Google.
Yeah, true. And then she was showing me something on YouTube on her phone, and ads keep popping up. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
What year is this? So
ads are good when you are making content. Ads not so much good when you're watching content.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
We can only pray ads come on here. Hashtag IA.
Yeah. So should we start explaining that stuff?
Yeah. Why don't I'll let you start.
Me? No, my friend. You start this one.
All right. Well, let's get into the obvious first. We mentioned a lot about things burning and Brendan BERN Arena. And...
Oh, come on. We're starting with that. I thought we were starting with IA first. Come on.
Well, I think we should get into that.
No. IA first.
Hence, everybody out there in YouTube land, I tried to give it over to him to do it. I did it. He wasn't happy with it.
Wait, what?
That's my days.
What did you give over to me?
I said, go ahead, you take it. And
yeah.
Like, oh, you do it. And I was like, okay, I started. No good.
No, I want you to start with IA, not with the BERN thing.
Okay, where do I start with IA? Where do you think is a
anywhere you want.
Anywhere I want. Okay.
Just as long as that's in line of what I'm thinking.
You can say whatever you want as long as I think it's okay. Hashtag government. So IA. So yeah, but see, the IA thing runs into all the other stories.
That's fine. That's why it's a good starting point.
Okay. So could I say, am I allowed to say one of the other three stories? Guess what, everybody? We just lost Rob. Welcome to Mindset Conversation Solo Edition. Just for the record, everyone, while I'm here by myself, I just want to say that Rob busts me about my camera and my equipment a lot of times. But who's the first one to get thrown off is Rob. Now he's back, but I don't know if he's talking because we can't hear him. We can't see him either. So it's times like this, everybody, that I feel really good about my choppy video feed because of things like this. So anyway, right now I could pretty much say whatever I want and no one can stop me. So where should I go with this? Let me think. Where to begin? What to say? Right now, I bet none of us can see it. I bet you Rob is freaking out right now because he can't get on. Because as you can see, well, you probably can't see it because there's only two of us. And if you're listening on the podcast, you won't be able to see it. But when you do a hangout, you can either use your video or just a picture of your icon. Right now, the icon's up for Rob, but I can't hear him or see him. So I don't quite know what's happening. I don't know if he's in another event by mistake. I don't know quite what he's doing, but I think it's freaking hilarious, whatever it is. I couldn't have asked for something better right now. This is gold right now. Now the voice is off. He shut the voice. He muted it. But I don't know what that means. Oh,
Can you hear me?
Now I can. Hey!
What the heck was that?
I got still on.
Huh? I know. I got, and then I got kicked off. I went back on. I could see my my thumbnail, and I could see my voice levels doing its thing. But you said you couldn't hear me or see me.
All I saw was the icon. You were gone totally, and then the icon popped back up.
That's weird. That's weird.
Do you understand why you got kicked?
Nope. All of a sudden we're talking, and I thought you got kicked at first.
Well, it's a shame you missed everything I talked about while you were gone. You couldn't ask. This is like gold right now.
Yeah. What did you talk about?
Oh, don't worry. Watch the replay.
Oh, jeez.
But anyway, so am I basically like the Food Network when they're preparing vegetables?
Huh?
Am I choppy?
You're fine now. You were before.
Yeah, what else? Something must have happened with YouTube. I got choppy, you got kicked, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea, but
luckily,
welcome to Mindset Conversation.
Let's start this over again.
Bonus episode number two.
Because
technically we did another one, we just never released it.
Yeah, that was the yeah. We're just going to release parts of it each over time.
Right, exactly. So we're back. Well, Rob's back. I never left.
We'll see. We'll see what happens on that on the
replay.
Yeah.
So, and by the way, you were busting me. I didn't knock you off the hangout. That wasn't me.
I was like, you probably did this on purpose.
I was like, oh, I can't talk about anything.
Well, anyway, let me talk about this.
Let me tell you a little story I like to tell. So
let's
IA.
go with IA. Yes.
Okay. IA. You want to tell everybody what that stands for?
It stands for Information Age.
Okay. Basically, we had a couple stories we talked about in previous episodes.
Right.
That, again, for the most part, we don't hold back. For the most part. We don't hold back anything.
Hold on. Just to cover our butts, should we say our other friend?
Yeah. Well, yes. This other dude.
This other dude that went on a podcast.
This other dude that went on a podcast one time and said some things and talked about some things that maybe he wasn't. I didn't say any of us are proud of anything we've done, but
I think it was
exceptionally worried about the consequences of certain people hearing,
right,
say those stories or whatever. So
So so he kind of brought up the fact that anyone could look up anything in today's day and age, especially with information. It says information age. So like anyone could look up what he said on the podcast, just if he's being tracked by anybody specifically, or he's being I don't know what exactly. I don't know.
Targeted by the Russians or something.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So
he might get called for espionage or something like that. So we're not sure. But anyway, we were told in not so many words that wasn't okay.
Right.
Not before the fact, after the fact. Which
Right.
probably would have been better to tell us before the fact.
Right.
Then we could have avoided the whole situation. So those stories are some of the inside jokes that we were talking about throughout the podcast. Not only this last one, it was really bad, this last one, but other ones also.
Right.
Now, one of them was, and we just touched on the Ace of Base one, is this person had gotten in trouble for singing loudly with another person.
Right.
In the driveway of their house.
Yep.
Very late at night on a Saturday or a Friday. It was a weekend.
Yep.
And got into a lot of trouble.
And his parental unit
from France.
Yes.
Got very angry. And it was a very scary expression that was seen upon her.
His or her
face. So it was referred to as a horror type situation. And because that's what it felt like at the time, but wasn't too bueno now.
Yeah, well, we're not for sure certain about that. We're just kind of guessing,
We're guessing. Another story was, again, Rob knows this story a little bit more than I do about the I don't remember even. It was an educational establishment of some type.
Oh, yes. It was an educational establishment for young people. And there were two friends that one of the friends wanted a yearbook picture since he didn't go to the same school as the other friend. We'll call them one friend R and one friend M. So R had a crush on this girl that went to school with M, but he wanted a picture. Now this was back in the day, right? So it was hard to get. You couldn't just. There's no Facebook or anything, so you had to get the picture. You had to go get an actual picture somewhere. And
the technology for stalkers hadn't caught up yet.
Yeah, that's right. So these two, M and R, broken into this the establishment, educational establishment of M, and while doing so, this was, I think, during the summertime, so no one was there, so they kind of broke in, and doing so, on the way out, they pretty much got stopped by two cops, or I think actually one cop first, and then the other one. But they basically gave M a pretty hard time about it. So when there's a reference to a educational establishment, that's probably what we're talking about. The story that we know about two unknown or random guys.
Youths.
Yeah, two random youths.
Youths. And then the more famous one that we mentioned quite a bit is burning. Burn, baby, burn. Anything with burn in it.
Yep, and trees.
And trees refers to a female that was known to us many years ago that liked to that liked to service young guys back from the war.
All right, you can say that. Yeah. Yeah.
So she would spread herself thin trying to help guys with
And
their,
this usually took place, there should say, under trees.
under trees or around trees. Hence
Around trees.
trees.
Yes.
Which that's why this young female had gotten that nickname,
That's right.
because she liked to help out people under trees. So one of the people she helped was this same M character.
Oh, right. That's
but
right.
she didn't really help him out all that much. She
Right.
kind of just, you know how like those birds with crocodiles, they come and clean their teeth? That's what she did. She helped to clean this M's teeth, is about all she did. You don't know those birds?
Yeah, I do. I think you're losing me on the teeth thing.
Well, she helped him clean his mouth out.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, you feel me now?
Feeling you now. Feeling you now.
Then, but that was about it. She was basically doing her dental duties for this person.
For M, right.
But nothing further. She was only a dentist, not a proctologist. Then we had another friend, Dave. Dave M.
Dave, yes, Dave M.
He, on the other hand, he was a worker. He was a hard worker. He had that never say die attitude. And he really gave it his all. When he felt strong about something, he gave it its all.
That's right. Right.
So Dave,
he wanted to see what this person's all about.
Right. He wanted to, as Public Enemy said back in the day, don't believe the hype.
Right.
So he wanted to see for himself. So his friend, Joey, and his girlfriend helped out Dave by having Bernice and Dave have his room to themselves while Joey and his girlfriend stayed in the walk-in closet so they could have some privacy.
That's right.
Little did Joey know that he was going to be in the closet for an hour and a half.
What I've heard, that Dave is trying his best to...
Is that your best?
Dave was trying his best. This is what I heard. That's what he tells me. Right. He's trying his best.
This is all secondhand information.
Right. To see what all the hype was about. But he was... How else should I say this? He tried, but he did not get too far.
He didn't. Dave didn't. Dave hung out around the mountains, but never quite got to the prairie. But he tried. He tried. Was a mountain climber. He fought to get to the top of Everest, and he made it.
Right.
But when it came to like the Sound of Music and singing in the fields, Dave didn't quite get there. And
I think that's right.
Joey was pretty upset because he was in the closet for an hour and a half,
thinking Dave was getting somewhere.
Dave was, hitting a home run, and by the time an hour and a half was up, he was like touching home plate. But little did he know that he twisted his ankle at second base. So, hence, another man serviced by Bernice. So,
oh no, well, no, not. Dave didn't get full service.
Not full service, but he was still serviced.
I guess in a way.
I can go to the car wash and get a quick wash, or I can get the full details. I still went and got a service.
No, I think Dave, he went to the car wash and saw all the shiny, all the nice things at the end, but never got his car through or even began to get his car through the car wash.
They shut the door on you before you went through?
Yeah, that's right.
Dave.
Yeah,
So,
right, Dave.
Dave.
Dave. I was just
So-
assuming you meant Dave. So
I did mean Dave. Absolutely. So that was just another man slightly serviced by Bernice.
I don't. When you say service, that connotates a different level. I don't think it's the same
Offered
level.
services. She had quite a few different services she offered. It wasn't just one kind of service. I'll give you another example.
But service would mean that she's actually doing something.
So you saying Dave did all the work? She laid there like a wet noodle?
That's what I'm saying. Dave, yes, he told me that yeah, he basically tried his best, but nothing.
I did my best,
but she didn't.
I guess my best wasn't good enough.
That's right. So
Dave said that she didn't even touch him in any way or anything.
Not like that. No. maybe not. I think Dave said that just slightly, but not
sex with a corpse.
I don't know. I think we'll have to ask Dave after this podcast.
Okay, fair enough. We'll call Dave after this podcast. We'll get back to everybody on the details of that if Dave will allow it. I thank Dave. Dave, thanks so much for allowing us to tell your part of the story.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thanks, Dave. Thanks, Dave. Yeah, I think Dave would just want to respect his current situation. So
I totally understand.
He didn't want to keep bringing that part up. So
the past, let sleeping dogs lie. I understand.
Right.
But but another story. We were at a cabin. Dave wasn't there. Nobody was there.
Okay.
MR, Dave, none of them. I had a tattooist that I became friends with that did some of my tattoos, and he had a cabin up in Pennsylvania. And we went up there, and I just remember BERN would like take showers and leave the door wide open, and this guy had a girlfriend and everything else and everything, and she didn't care.
Jeez,
so she really was just a piece of work.
Yeah, no kidding. Holy crap. I didn't hear this story.
Yeah, and that's among other things, and not to mention all the stories of people that I heard from Joey and his girlfriend. All the stuff I heard from other people that Joey didn't even know that had happened.
Wow.
So I believe that she is married now.
Yeah, that's why I hear as well.
I don't know. I believe she might even have some kids. No.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So who knows?
Yeah.
If he was
Dave, all I know is Dave is so happy that nothing happened.
Yeah, I believe it. I'm so happy for Dave.
Yeah, because knowing Dave, he'd probably end up like with a souvenir of some sort that or a daily reminder, some sort. So
exactly. The unfortunate part is I'm kind of sad that M didn't get any because that would have been nice. But so that's the whole I hate trees and BERN, baby BERN, and Brendan BERN arena. It was actually a arena in New Jersey. It was called that for the longest time. Not anymore. Now it's whatever they call it now when they redid it.
Oh, it's something else. I don't know.
It was the Meadowlands.
Huh?
The Meadowlands was the Brendan BERN arena. Was in the Meadowlands. That's what
was
they
it?
called the arena. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
The actual arena, because the Meadowlands was
just a place.
Stadium and that was the whole area.
Yeah.
The arena itself was the Brendan BERN Arena, and then the stadium was Giant Stadium.
But they something else, right? It's named
now
something
it's like Zanzibar or some shit they call it now. I don't know.
I know. M said something about it the other day, so
Yeah, I don't know what they call it now.
Yeah,
But
or is
that's an
that Howie did? I don't know, one of those two.
Yeah, I think it might have been Howie actually. But so that's an actual arena. So we were able to bring up the actual arena. So someone like Howie didn't actually know what we were talking about. He thought we were actually talking about the friggin' arena
Right,
when actually we were talking about this person.
right,
So now knowing all that stuff, you probably appreciate a little bit more a lot of the references that were said in the last episode. And moving forward, if we do happen to throw out a reference or two, that'll happen. Now, getting back to the IA. So if you add up all these things, this M character feels that if any of these stories were to be revealed
right.
to the loving public, who may elect M into office later on in life, that would ruin his chances for that.
Right, right.
So, even though nobody knows anything about it, and frankly, probably 99% of you don't care.
But just in case you're looking for this M character specifically out of the millions of people, you know, he might be someone that you might want to be interested in and Google him and try to look him up. Then yeah, so we're trying to make sure that nothing gets back to M.
Yes.
Our other friend M.
Right. Exactly. We want him to be saved.
Yeah.
On his Mount Olympus.
Yeah. I think he's isn't he relocating for witness protection?
I believe he is. I believe he's going to be known as L.
L. Nice. Nice.
But yeah, and I'm going to tell you straight up, there's probably going to be more stories and stuff that we're going to reference that you may never know the truth to, but you know what, it makes us laugh. So
yeah,
we're still going to throw that out there.
Sometimes you just got to laugh along with us for no reason at all.
Right. Just listen to our laugh and just know that it's really funny stuff.
At least to us.
At least to us. Correct. So yeah, so that's the backstory. At least I think that's all we wanted to cover as far as the backstory goes. Can you think of any other thing that I left out with the backstory?
I think we. No, I think that's it for now.
I said anything we left out that you would like to say.
Yeah, no. I think we've covered everything that's able to be covered.
That's all right for television.
Yeah. I think Dave would appreciate it if we didn't go more into that. So
yeah, Dave would definitely appreciate it if we stopped it right there. At least with the backstory stuff.
At the backstories, yeah.
But so yeah, so enjoy that and let us know if you like us having guests on or you like it better when we banter by ourselves. I'm curious if anybody actually does listen to this. Yeah. Let us know if.
Yeah, don't let your decision be based off of this this podcast specifically, because I think this is just a supplement. We thought that we just kind of fill things in for everybody else. So, but listen to our other podcasts where it's just Mike and I, and let's see how you like it, better or worse, indifferent. Let us know what we could talk about, what you guys are interested in, what guests would you like us to have on, yada yada yada.
Do you want us to have more specific type
topics,
episodes, or do you like us just to start on something and banter?
Yeah, either specific topics or like Mike said, banter about stuff. Just go with the flow.
Right. I mean, we could even, if you like a little bit of both, maybe we'll do 2 podcasts a week. One will banter and one will actually have a guest on or something.
Right.
You know, if we have people that actually want to do that. And again, in 2 weeks, we really want to do that drinking episode. So we really want your input on that too. So if you're going to comment on that too.
Right.
So we know how to run it and make it as interesting as possible. And make sure you also know that, you know, if you don't want to look at our faces or my choppy video, you can listen on iTunes and SoundCloud and Google Play.
That's
Just
right.
about everything we do winds up on there. So we'll be on Monday for a full podcast.
That's right.
And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Is there anything else we wanted to?
No, I think that's it. I think this was supposed to be short and sweet, or try to be at least, just to fill in some of the information that we thought the listeners would like to hear. So
Exactly, and I hope we did everyone justice.
All right.
All right, so we'll see you guys on Monday.
Take it easy, guys. All right.